What happened in Utah should horrify everyone, no matter what your politics is. Charlie Kirk, a high-profile political activist on the right, was shot and killed while talking at a university.
Authorities are treating it as a political assassination. We can argue about his views until the cows come home. What we can't argue about is this. Murder is not debate, and celebrating a killing certainly isn't justice. Reports indicate his wife and young children were there when it happened. If you can clap along to that, you've left the realm of politics and entered something much darker than anything those you hate have to say. Kirk, 31, was on stage as part of his American comeback tour when a single round struck him in the neck. Utah's governor called it a political assassination. The FBI is now involved as they try to hunt down the shooter. Here at home, Abby Chatfield said she hates Kirk's politics, but that his death is bad for everyone, warning it will only escalate political violence. The Cambridge University student who became an online sensation when she took Kirk on at a debate reacted the way human beings should, shedding a tear and mourning his death.
Whatever you think or feel about Charlie Kirk, he has a wife and a child, and I always would want us to fight for democracy, not political violence.
For showing such compassion, she was mercilessly trolled online.
In the midst of this tragedy, too many morally bankrupt souls are celebrating Kirk's death, including right here in Australia.
The US Deputy Secretary of State warned that foreigners who praise or make light of the killing may face consequences at the border. The worst of the online reaction has been sickeningly gleeful. One piece ran under the headline, "We paid some witches to curse Charlie Kirk," later amended with a note condemning the shooting after an understandable backlash.
You don't need a style guide to know that LOL he's dead just isn't journalism.
Clementine Ford couldn't help herself, riffing off that copy with a glib, "The witching hour is upon us," before pivoting straight into geopolitics. Performative cruelty dressed up as activism. Meanwhile, Australian satirist The Chaser, well known for crossing lines while claiming they're just trying to be funny, posted yet another unfunny gag that was tone deaf.
When you dance on a fresh grave, you're not edgy, you're just cruel.
You don't have to search hard on social media to find hundreds of extreme left-wing activists now celebrating Kirk's assassination. If your politics makes you cheer a killing, you've already lost the argument. You've told us you don't believe in persuasion, only elimination. That's not progressive, it's just primitive.
Ends don't justify means when the means is murder. Kirk never advocated for that.
Hating someone so much or hating what they argue for to the point where you wish them dead is bad enough. But in real time to celebrate it when it actually happens is appalling and only leads to a cascading effect such that violence wins and reasoned debate loses. Hannah Ferguson is learning that lesson the hard way. She didn't celebrate Kirk's death, but she used his advocacy for the right to bear arms to suggest perhaps he had it coming. The left-wing influencer Albo invited to Parliament during the budget is now receiving death threats for her badly timed online criticisms of Kirk.
I've disagreed with plenty of what Kirk's had to say, but he certainly wasn't the sort of figure who deserved death. If that's what you think, boy, it says a lot more about you than it does about him.
So argue, even ridicule one another. But if you're celebrating a murder that happened in front of his family, you've surrendered your claim to virtue and joined the ranks of the very intolerance you think you're fighting.